Hello everyone. Om Shanti. A very hearty welcome to today's online session. Today we have among us participants across the globe. So I would like to greet everyone with very good evening, good afternoon and good morning. Today our topic is equanimity in actions. Equanimity. It allows us to stand in the midst of conflict or crisis in a way where we are balanced, grounded, and centered. It also helps us to remain upright in the face of the strong winds of conflict or crisis. When we generally face blame, failure, pain, or disrepute that set us up for suffering when they begin to blow. But the concept of equanimity provokes the image of a sailboat managing to remain upright and balanced even in heavy winds, although the sails sway in the breeze but hold the centeredness. For most of us, equanimity is a practice to be developed, like exercising, eating healthier foods, or meditation. When we set an intention to navigate towards the internal spaciousness that equanimity offers and practice incrementally, gradually we learn to manage the sails as they flail in the winds of our lives. So let us understand the skill of equanimity in a very practical way. Today this webinar is being organized by the IT wing of Rajiv Education and Research Foundation, which is a sister organization of Brahma Kumaris, and it was found in the year 2015. Our IT wing aims at bringing internal transformation in the professionals, especially for the IT and allied industries. The Rajuga Education and Research Foundation has 20 different wings that are providing services to different sections of the society. To brief you, under Prajapita Brahma Kumaris Iswarya Vishwavidyalaya, it was started in the year 1936 and is an international non-governmental organization in general consultative status with the Economic and Social Council and UNICEF. It is also affiliated to the UN Department of Public Information. And to know more about the organizer, kindly browse the links given in the slide, or you may visit our official website, that is www.brahmakumaris.com. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them into the chat box. We will bring them up after the presentation as we will have some time for questions at the end. Now I would like to welcome our chief speaker for the day, Brahma Kumaris Sister Rehna. Our dear sister is a postgraduate in computer science with MBA in self and crisis management and diploma in business communication, soft skills and IELTS training. Sister is also a senior software engineer cum manager in IT sector for the past 19 years in Mumbai. She is a Raj Yoga meditation practitioner for the last 11 years and has been preaching as a teacher and mentor for the last 5 years, and also active in online and offline spiritual services in collaboration with the medical wing, IT wing, and educational wing of Brahma Kumaris. She is brilliant in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chanting and study since childhood. Let us welcome her to today's program. Welcome, sister. Welcome to today's session. Now I will request everyone to switch on their videos so that the session will be more interactive. Over to you, sister. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much, sister, that kind introduction, and thank you all for joining. I'm very happy to see you all today because the fact that so many people are present here is proof in itself that you all want to transform, right? So when Sister Savita and Brother Pidavasa approached me for the session some weeks back, okay, it was some weeks back, I was really flying high in a lot of sevas, okay, a lot of sevas is going on for the Brahma Kumaris and otherwise also. And as Sister was telling me, I have been practicing Rajaga meditation for the past 11 years. And very fortunately for me, I had never been ill or bedridden for the past 11 years, maybe because of my karma or the meditation. But life has its own way of, humbling you and teaching you a lot of things. And I haven't been keeping well for the past 1 week. So yeah, exactly. Brother is asking me to be a little bit more louder. So I would request you to adjust your device volumes so that it will be very audible for you. Because if I speak a lot of, using a lot of energy and a lot of, what do you say, volume, I might go into bouts of cough and all. So I am really sorry about that. I request you to adjust the volume if it is not audible. But, brother, I hope it is audible now. Is it audible now?
It is at least slightly less for me. I'm not sure other participant, sister, are you able to hear clearly? I am having difficulty.
Can we have a thumbs up if am I audible to you, all of you?
Sister is clear. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so everybody is giving me a thumbs up. So I think, brother, you can adjust a little bit of volume at your end. It would be good for you. I mean, for listening clearly. So without much ado, I'll go to the topic now. As I told you, life has its own way of humbling you down. Okay, and when I got this particular topic, and I was thinking about, I've been doing a lot of study in Bhagavad Gita and also the Rajyoga meditation techniques. We have the daily study. So based on that, I was thinking, okay, I'll tell you people some fancy things which which might impress you, or it might be an inspiration to you to change your lifestyle. Okay, because we are all here for transformation. We all know deep inside that something has to be changed. There are many things which we have to change internally and externally in the world, in the universe in general. A lot of things has to change. And only when that positive change occurs, our ultimate aim of creating a beautiful, better world that can be achieved. So we are all here for transformation. And there's no dearth of knowledge in the social media. I mean, it is a huge boom of knowledge, an explosion of knowledge all over the place. There are so many teachers, so many speakers, so many motivational speakers. A lot of people are there to guide you. But where do we fall short, and why do we need so many people to guide us, and why do we need so much knowledge? Okay, and in spite of having so much knowledge, why do we need a system wherein a daily study has to be there? Okay, a daily motivation class has to be there. Basically, based on my understanding, what I have come to the conclusion is we lack the power to transform ourselves. We are used to live in a particular way, think in a particular way, speak in a particular way, and behave in a particular way, and we have created a personalities for ourselves, which is again in a particular way, and we are in that that comfort zone, and it is not very easy to break that comfort zone to move to, even if it's for the better. Mind you, even if it's for the better, we are not willing, or we don't have that energy, or we don't have that motivation or the power to break this mold to create a better destiny for ourselves. And that is why so much knowledge, so much motivation, and so much power is needed. And that power, that a little bit of whatever I have learned and what I have acquired from my study of all those years, I will definitely share with you. So let's not waste any time. I'll just share my slide with you. I hope the slide is visible. So the topic equanimity in actions, as sister was telling about me that I have been an IELTS trainer also for some 1.5 years. So as an IELTS trainer, I would like to give you some knowledge based on the pronunciation. Okay, so the word equanimity is not pronounced equanimity if an English speaking, that is a British English or an American English speaking person speaks or says this word, they would pronounce it as equanimity. It's pronounced equanimity, not equanimity. But we Indians have our own style. And the word equanimity, if we say equanimity, it sounds sweet. So I'll just speak to that, stick to that pronunciation itself, that we'll call it equanimity in actions. So sister also gave you a little bit of introduction as to why equanimity is needed and how we can, and why it is needed, how we can acquire it, okay? And the need of the art. Equanimity in actions is the need of the art. So there are two parts to this topic, which is equanimity and actions. Okay, so we are all continuously doing some actions or the other. Even if we are lying down, okay, not doing anything, that is also an action. Even if we are sleeping, that is an action. Okay, so I will give you a little bit of insight, because as I told you, my aim is to tell you, okay, give you some insight into how you can achieve this, because the definition itself is, enough for you to understand what equanimity is. But why do we need this class? Why do we need this session? Because we have to imbibe it in our life. We have to bring these knowledge, okay, all these high intellectual ideas. Unless we bring it in our daily lives, there's no point in discussing all these things. So I will give you a brief insight into what action is based on my understanding of Rajaga meditation and the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, two parts of the topics are there, which is equanimity and action. We'll come to actions first. Okay, so while this knowledge was not there for me. I was not into knowledge. I had no idea about what Rajaga meditation is, or what even basic meditation is, or what all these kind of enlightenment is. I was thinking that action means something which we do with our physical organs. Okay, we have our organs. In Hindi, we say Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, and Sukshma Indriya. 3 types of organs that we have. Jnanendriya is the organs that we have above the neck. That is Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Ras, Gandha. That is eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and tongue. That is called Jnanendriya. Jnanendriya because it gives you some kind of jnana. Gyan means knowledge. Okay, so eyes give you some knowledge. You can see something. Ears give you knowledge. You can hear something. Okay, you can get the smell, and you can get the taste. Okay, and you can feel the touch of something or whatever it is. Okay, that is why it is called Jnanendriya, because it gives you knowledge. Then you have Karmendriya, the hands, legs, and all the excretory organs, the reproductory organs. All these are called Karmendriya because we do some physical action using all these things, the hands and legs mainly. That is called Karmendriya. So we have Jnanendriya, Karmendriya, and then we have the Sukshma Indriya, that is Man, Buddhi, Sanskar, that is mind, intellect, and impressions. That is Sanskars, or predispositions. We call all these names. So we have all these Indriya. So what I was thinking, and what a general, an unenlightened person might be thinking about karma or action is something which we do using our hands or legs, that is physical organs. But now we know that karma starts at the thought level. Because with every thought, okay, every thought, a feeling is associated. Okay, suppose there's somebody who's a very, very good person, or even if that person is not a very good person, mentally or emotionally, anyway. If we create a good thought for the person, okay, that person is so nice, okay, he has some problems or she has some problems, but basically that person is a very nice person. Okay, if we are able to appreciate others and see the goodness in others and create thoughts based on that person's goodness or our goodness, okay, that brother, that person is a soul brother or a soul sister, okay, that particular thought, okay, such elevated thoughts will give you good feelings. On the other hand, if there is a person in front of you, even if that person is the best person in the world, I can create bad thoughts about the person. Okay, what is she doing or what is he doing? He doesn't know the basic, he doesn't even have the basic manners, a lot of things like that. But my feeling is based on my thought, irrespective of what the other person is, what the other situation is, or what the universe in general is trying to tell me, or trying to behave in a bad manner, whatever it is. My feelings is based on my thoughts. So thoughts creates feelings. Good thoughts create good feelings, and not so good thoughts creates that kind of feelings. And those feelings create an attitude, and that comes into actions. Okay, you might have heard people say, or you might have heard yourself even say that I didn't mean to say that, but those words slipped out of my tongue. But beware, and you should be aware of this. Nobody, whatever they say or do, it is nothing, that has nothing to do with slipping. Okay, whatever they say, whatever they do is premeditated. Okay, those words slipped out of your tongue, and those actions happen because with your hands or legs or whatever indriya you use, because you have been meditating on it, you've been thinking on it. Okay, so only those things comes out of us in forms of words and actions which we have practiced and studied. We call this vritti. Okay, one particular thought which we continuously repeat in our mind, that is called, it creates a vritti inside. In Hindi, it's called vritti, and the literal meaning, the literal translation is called whirlpool. I mean, what you can see on the screen, it comes into habits, actions comes into habit, then it creates a personality. A personality creates a destiny, and destiny forms the basis of thoughts. So if we want to create a new pattern of thinking or a new sanskar for ourselves, we have to focus on the thought level. Whatever this vritti, if you want to cut this vritti and create a new vritti for us, a new sanskar for us, we will have to start from the thought level. Because that forms, that is the thought, Have you ever thought that thought is the basis of our destiny? Whatever we are today is because of what we have thought sometime or the other, and we have meditated on it, consciously or unconsciously. If we want to create a new thought, if you want to be equanimous, okay, if you want to imbibe equanimity as a quality in your sanskar, in your personality, you will have to start from the thought level. Okay, so karma starts at the thought level, and we have to focus on the thought level first. Now I'll tell you some philosophy of actions. So every action, okay, every action, there is some result or some experience. As I told you, even a small thought, okay, or a word or an action will give you an experience or some result. And why have we joined in this meeting? Because we want something, right? We want to achieve something. There's a common goal which we all want to achieve. That is why we have we have gathered together here, right? So there is no action which is done just like that, okay, without any purpose or without any expectation of some result or some experience. Everything we are doing is for some experience or some result. We want some result, right? That is why we are here. And we have to understand that every thought, word, and action, every thought, word, and action leaves an imprint on the soul, which is recorded eternally. Okay. You must have heard in Bhakti, you must have heard about a person named as Chitragupta. Okay, Chitragupta. So we think that, we are thinking inside, nobody is going to know. Who is going to know? I can think, n number of evil things about this brother, Pitavasa. Okay, how is he going to know? He's not going to know. But no, Chitragupta is taking the picture and leaves an imprint on the soul. So if I create evil thoughts about brother Pitavasa, the Chitragupta is going to punish me. Okay. Vidabhasa brother, he's an innocent soul. He doesn't know anything. But I am creating evil things. Okay. On the other hand, if I'm creating good thoughts for Vidabhasa brother, how many? I mean, he may be any which. I mean, he must be any kind of person. But when I'm creating a good thought about Vidabhasa brother, definitely the universe is going to reward me for that. Okay, the Chitragupta is going to reward. Chitra, Gupta, secret and picture. Okay, that is why we have to be very, very careful about what we are thinking. Okay, because those thoughts boomerang for us. Okay, whatever evil thoughts or good thoughts I'm creating for this brother or sister, or anybody who's there in this meeting or outside the meeting also, they won't be knowing. Okay, they create whatever they think is what becomes their destiny. Whatever I think is becoming my destiny. So I have to be very careful about my thought because it's going to boomerang on me. Okay, not that brother or not any other sister or anybody else. Okay, so as I told you, I haven't been keeping well. So who was responsible? Who gave me this illness? Okay, can I blame God for my illness? Or can I blame brother? Okay, this brother told me to take this session today, and that is why I fell ill. I'm not going to forgive this person for anything. Okay, can I say that? No. Can I say can I say that, okay, there is some virus in the atmosphere, that virus gave me this particular disease? No, I can't blame the virus. Because that virus is there in the atmosphere and there are crores of people all over the world. So why me? Why did I have to contract a virus and fall ill and feel helpless and have to take medication and a lot of, dietary, all these changes I had to make? Because it is my karma. Karma has its own menu. When it will serve you what? Okay, it's like there are lakhs of recipes. There might be lakhs of recipes in the world, and every recipe has its own ingredient, and every recipe has its own cooking time. Okay, the time taken to cook rice is not the time taken to cook chapati or dal or any sabzi or anything. Okay, everything has its own time to get cooked and be ready to be served. We can only initiate the cooking. When it gets cooked, the karma menu, okay, that karma decides. So we cannot blame God or universe, and there are many things. Okay, we have been blaming a lot of things, like we have been blaming God. God is the one who gives you happiness and sadness. We blame our destiny. मेरे तो किस्मती ऐसी है. We blame Vastu. Okay, we do a lot of changes in our house. We, the structure of the house is changed so that our destiny can be changed. We blame horoscope. We do a lot of religious rituals also so that our destiny can be changed. We resort to ridiculous things. Some people resort to ridiculous things also to change the destiny, but that is not going to help, because whatever is happening with us, it is a combination of destiny and free will. Okay, destiny and free will. So destiny is what I have done in the past. That will be coming to me. Free will is what to do with whatever is coming to me is my free will. Okay, so as I told you, when I fell ill, I could have blamed the entire universe. Okay, why did this have to happen to me? After 11 long years, I never had any problem. No, I was never bedridden. I never even have to take a tablet or a syrup or anything. So why did this have to come now? I can blame things. I can blame God. I can blame a lot of people around me. I can blame my destiny. I can blame virus. I can blame anything, anybody, anything, or anybody who comes into the picture. I can blame. But is there a point? What is the point in blaming such things? No. Because I now have the understanding that I am made to suffer something because of what I have done in the past. Okay, so why is equanimity needed or equanimity needed? Because when we respond to things, okay, people and situations, basically, okay, in a manner which is repulsive okay, or reactive. Okay, I'm reacting to something, blaming, getting angry, getting agitated, cursing things or blaming things, okay, or finding fault with things. That is when I'm not equanimous. So equanimity is needed because I want to create a new destiny, a better destiny for myself. So our aim in life, okay, what is the purpose of life? We have set, I mean, if you are not an enlightened person or somebody practicing Rajaga meditation, you must have set a lot of goals in your life, okay? Like you have to, study these things, achieve these things in your professional life, okay? And you have to maybe visit so and so places, okay? And after you visit all the places in this planet, you have the aim of visiting places in the next planet, maybe Mars or Jupiter or any, even Pluto, okay, Uranus, Saturn, any planet, okay? You can have all those goals, but that is not the purpose of life. What is the purpose of life? The ultimate purpose of life, based on my understanding, is to realize the self, realize who is your real relative, okay, who is it that is really yours, and to experience and express the full potential of yourself. Because when we have the consciousness of the body, that I'm this body, okay, if I ask you who is your relative or who is your favorite person in this whole world, or who are your relatives, you must have a long list, okay, starting from father, mother, brother, sisters, friends, colleagues, siblings, spouse, children, neighbors, okay, a long list must be there. But are they really yours? Okay, you have to ask yourself a question whether these are really yours. Because like in this Zoom meeting, you must have entered the Zoom meeting and you must have had a very clear picture in your mind. Okay, at this time I will enter the Zoom meeting, and at so and so time I'll exit the Zoom meeting. Okay, however, whatever is going on in the Zoom meeting, I don't care. I have to enter this Zoom meeting at this time and exit at this time. Likewise, in this, okay, that time period between birth of the body and the death of the body, whoever comes to picture in your picture, okay, they are not yours. They are all just actors. Okay, they are all actors. They have a role to play. They have some karmic accounts with you, and that is why they are with you. When the Zoom meeting of life, okay, that time period ends, and when the energy quits the instrument, all those actors will be mere actors. They can't do anything and anything to keep you with them. Or you can't do anything to keep them with you. They are your co-actors, okay? So my purpose of life is to express my full potential. I have a role to play, not just one. I have many roles to play. I'm somebody's daughter, I'm somebody's sister, I'm somebody's colleague, I'm somebody's friend, I'm somebody's guide, I'm somebody's mentor, I'm somebody's a lot of things. So when we have the awareness, okay, that I am this energy and I have to express my full potential in the time which is given to me, that is the purpose of my life. Okay. That alone is the purpose of my life. So we get entangled in our roles so much that we ignore the purpose of the life, and we are so much focused on the goals of life. Okay. And motive, freedom is there, free will is there, and destiny. The combination of free will and destiny is there. So when the destiny comes, whether it's good, be equanimous. Whether it's not good, be equanimous. Okay, and your motive has to be always based on the purpose of your life and not the goal of your life. Okay, that has to be there. And yes, you have a choice. You can react in the old way, and you can react in the equanimous way. That is your choice. And ignorance about a rule doesn't save you from paying the fine, does it? Suppose you're driving a car and you say, okay, sorry, officer, I didn't know the rules. I didn't know that I had to stop at the red signal. That is not going to save you from paying the fine, right? You have to pay the fine. Okay, so ignorance about the rule is no excuse. So you have to know all this, and that is why Brother is very painstakingly conducting all the sessions for you. And we have to understand that the Newton's law of thermodynamics, which says that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, it is equal and opposite, not materialistically. Okay, materialistic equality is not what we are talking when we are talking about the law of karma. Okay, because if, for example, two friends are there. One is a very poor person who earns maybe 100 rupees per day, and one is very wealthy. He has a lot of money with him in his bank account and he earns well. So if that person thinks, okay, if, out of some mischief or out of some khurafat, okay, we call that khurafat, in his mind, he thinks that, okay, I can cheat this person of his 100 rupees. And if he thinks that, okay, I have lakhs of rupees in my account, so how does it matter if I cheat this person of 100 rupees? Because the thing is not the matter. The law of karma doesn't work according to the material. 100 rupees is not what makes difference. This person, the wealthy person, okay, if he cheat his friend of his 100 rupees, that 100 rupees, because he lost his 100 rupees, he might have got, he might have had to go home and be hungry. He must have, he must have had some aim in life or for that particular day. That might not have happened. Okay, a lot of health, mental, physical, emotional, a lot of issue might have happened for the person. So if the wealthy person thinks that, okay, I have just cheated of 100 rupees, if I lose 100 rupees, nothing is going to happen, it doesn't work that way. This person will lose something from his life, which will give him the equal pain that he has caused because of the 100 rupees that he cheated. Okay, it is a mental, emotional, and physical also up to some extent. So the pain that your action, your thought, word, or action gives, any action that you do mentally, verbally, or physically, the pain that is caused to other person, that is what you're going to get in return, not based on the materialistic thing. Okay? So every karma is a seed. In Hindi we say karma ek beej hai. If you sow a mango seed, okay, you'll get mangoes. If you sow a bitter gourd seed, you're going to get bitter gourd. Okay. So, but just because bitter gourd exists, the mango doesn't have to live with sweetness. Okay. The bitter gourd can be, as bitter as bitterness can be, but that is not an excuse for the mango to be bitter. Okay, I am a mango, so I have to be a mango always, like the mango. So karma is also a seed. As you sow, so shall you reap. And there are three types of this. There are many types of karma, but on a broader level, I just tell you the three types of karma. Karma, which is done in the consciousness of the soul and God, are all good karma. We call it punya karma. Okay, and bad karma are karma which is done in the consciousness of the body. Because when you are in the consciousness of the body, all the vices creep. We have a list of 10 vices, 5 main vices and 5 sub-vices. Okay, which is Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar, Isha, Dvesh, Chhal, Bhaya, and Alas. Kam is lust, anger, greed, ego and attachment, Irsha, jealousy, Dvesh, hatred, Chhal, cheating, Bhaya, fear, and laziness, Alas. So if you are in the consciousness of the body, your actions might be, in the actions that you perform, the thoughts, words, and actions that you perform might be based on one of the vices. And that is what you have to avoid. And that is why it is very important to be in the consciousness of the soul, at least in the consciousness of the soul. And that is why we have defined that the purpose of life is to realize the self, realize who your real relative is, that is the Supreme Soul, and express your full potential based on the consciousness of the soul and God. Okay. So, Raj Yoga meditation will enable you to achieve the purpose of your life. Okay, the goals of your life you have set yourself, you know what to do. You don't need us to tell you what you need to do in life. But we are here to tell you why you should be doing or why you should be focused on the purpose of your life. Because there are many hard ways. Okay, all these years and all these births, we have accumulated a lot of vices, lot of bad karma. And there are many hard ways to compensate that. You can go for physical illness. Okay, if you don't meditate and clear all your karmic accounts, physically you will have to suffer. Mentally you'll have to suffer. The last 2 years, 2.5 years, when all those lockdown and all happened, you must have understood how difficult and how mentally and emotionally sick people have become. Okay, and meditation now, it's the need of the hour. It's not a fancy word. Earlier it used to be fancy word. Okay, aapko karna hai karo. You want to do, you do. No. But now we don't say that. You have to do because it's a need of the hour. Okay. You can go for physical illness. You can go for mental illness. You can go for financial problems. You can go for social problems. Okay. There's nobody around you to help you out when you really need something. Social problem, all your relations, okay, be it personal relation, professional relation, any relation, spiritual relation, everything is going haywire. Nobody is talking to me even, nobody is giving me any support. Social problems, you can even go for emotional problems. You can, these are the hard ways in which you can, compensate your actions. But do we have to, when we have the option, when we have a better option to compensate our problems and, settle all our karma, so why should we go to all this? Because when we have set some goal in our life, all these things matter. We have to be financially well. We have to be mentally, physically, emotionally, socially, spiritually well. And only then we'll be able to at least achieve our goals. Forget about the purpose of life. We have to achieve our goals, right? For that, all these are needed. And instead of focusing on achieving our goals, we're focusing on settling our karma. Okay, financial problems, emotional problems, social problems, mental problems, all those problems. We are not doing anything, right? We are just hurting ourselves. We're creating more and more and more bad karma for us. Because when all these things attack together, you won't be able to be equanimous. You will create those repulsive thoughts, that reactive thoughts. Why me? Mere saath hi kyun? These thoughts will come to you. So that is why it is very essential to, it is a need of the hour. Believe me, it's a need of the hour. You have to learn meditation. You have to have those, you have to learn the better way of settling your karmic account. The better ways of karmic account settling are practice soul consciousness while you are doing each and every activity. Okay. Here they are just talking about cooking, talking, working, and sleeping. I would say as soon as you get practice soul consciousness. Okay. Thank God. Okay. Because it is not the alarm clock or your mobile phone that has awakened you. It is the grace of God that has awakened you. Okay. If the instrument, the energy has left the instrument, no matter you put 100 alarm clocks or a mobile phone with the alarm near a dead body, it is not going to wake up, right? So if you have woken up, you're blessed with another day. Thank God. Okay, that I am alive. And thank you very much for another day, because another day means another 24 hours to settle your previous karmic accounts and create a better destiny. Why do you need to settle your previous karmic accounts? Because you need to create a better destiny for yourself, right? I don't think anybody must have joined this meeting with an aim that, okay, I want to create a bad destiny. Okay, I want to live the way I have been living, the way I have been suffering. I want to continue that. No. You want a better life, right? You want a better destiny. You want a better relations. You need better mental, physical, emotional health, and financial, social, spiritual, all sorts of health. You want better things. So while getting up, after getting up, even if you're having a bath, even if you are undergoing ablutions, even while eating, talking, walking, doing anything, okay, do whatever you want in your life, do it with a lot of soul consciousness, with the awareness that you are a soul, and you have to express your full potential. Okay, so practicing soul consciousness is one thing. Next is your awareness. See, practicing soul consciousness is definitely the best thing. But while we are, in our daily actions, okay, like we are in social interactions with our family members, we are at a workplace, or we are attending an event or anything. Okay. So it is not always possible to remember that, okay, I am a soul playing this role. I'm a soul playing this role. This, that internal commentary doesn't happen all the time. So for that, what you have to do, you have to shift your awareness very slowly. Okay, so from the consciousness that, okay, I am the boss, or I am the subordinate, or I am the husband, or I am the wife, or I am the father, from these consciousness, you can slowly shift your consciousness to the factor that you are an actor. You are an actor, and on the stage, on the world drama stage, you are performing your act, and you have to simultaneously perform a lot of acts. You have to be simultaneously a father, a colleague, a doctor, or an engineer, or an army officer, or any role that has been given to you. You're an actor. Only when you have the awareness that you're an actor, you will be able to remember that all acts has to be performed equally well. Okay. On the other hand, if you are stuck in the consciousness of father, you will be stuck with your child. Okay, you won't be appreciating anything which is not your child. Okay, I'm the father right now. So my child is my first priority. The child is a priority, but the child is not the first priority. Your first priority is your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. The awareness that you're a soul and you have to perform all the actions very nicely. Next is you are a player. Okay, this world is a playground, you are a player. So if it is a cricket or a football match, okay, let's take a cricket match. So you will get googlies, you will get straightforward balls, you'll get bouncers, you'll get a lot of kind of bowling. Okay, all that you have to face. And success and failure. Okay, in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan has said that success and failures are two imposters. Okay, Bahurupi, Kapti. Okay, success will take you high. Failure might take you down. So why is equanimity needed? Equanimity is needed because you shouldn't allow success to take you high, and you shouldn't allow failure to pull you down. Okay, there's a very famous sloka in Bhagavad Gita, Sukha Dukkhe Same Kritva Labha Labho Jayajo. Tatho Yuddhaya Yujjasva Naivam Papamavapsisi. This is what God says. Sukha Dukha Hani Labh Ninda Stuti Man Apman Jay Parajay. Sab mein samabhav rakhna hai. Samabhav rakhna hai. Because what is your ultimate aim? Ultimate aim is your self-realization and God-realization. That is a highway on which you are traveling. And this, stuti, ninda, sukha, dukha, sardi, garmi, hani, labh, vagera, all these are cut roads, okay, bypass roads. So you shouldn't be traveling on the bypass road. You should be focused on the traveling of your highway, because that is where you have to reach. Your destination is your home. Okay, so you have to be focused on the main journey. If you go to the sideways, then you'll take a lot of time to reach your destination. A lot of energy, a lot of fuel, a lot of time will be wasted. Okay, so all while performing any actions, okay, you are an actor, you are a player, and you are a guest. You're a traveler. You have to travel towards home. You are traveling towards a home. and we are a guest in this world. Okay, so when we have the awareness of an actor, a player, a guest, and a traveler, guest, what do they do? If I am visiting some relative or a new place, okay, I have my luggage, I won't spread everything. Okay, if when I'm at my home, I might spread everything here and there. But while I'm traveling, I won't spread my luggage. I'll keep everything packed because I might have to leave anytime. So just like in the Zoom meeting, so we have fixed, okay, this time we'll exit. In the Zoom meeting of life, we don't know when we have to exit, right? So we have to keep everything packed. Everything packed. No issues with anybody. And that is why equanimity comes into picture, that when you are equanimous, that karmic account doesn't get jumbled up more. Okay, that karmic account always remains settled as much as possible. Yeah, whatever you don't know, you don't know. It might come in front of you, and when it comes in front of you, when you are equanimous, okay, so you can't play it like, okay, let the situation come and then I'll practice equanimity. No. When you don't have the practice of being equanimous, when the situation comes, you will behave in the old manner itself. So that practice of meditation, the practice of remaining calm, the practice of remaining in soul consciousness, practice of remaining in God consciousness will come to you automatically during a situation when you practice it daily. Okay, that act will come to you only when you practice daily. And that is why this awareness, the shifting of the awareness is very important. I'm an actor, I'm a traveler, I'm a player, and I am a guest in this world. This is one way. And Rajaga meditation is the best method to remain equanimous because you have connected to you will be. Okay. So whenever you have time, you practice the Rajaga meditation session, 7 days or 4 days, however much time you have, 1 hour daily. Okay. When you learn the practice of the art of Rajaga meditation, you know how to connect to the supreme source of power. Okay, because when we have a lot of equipment in the house, like we have electrical equipment and the electronic equipment, all the equipment is connected to the ultimate source of power, right? Ultimate source of electricity. They can't connect to each other. Those appliances can't connect to each other. Fan cannot go to the fridge and say, okay, give me some power, I need your power. Because the fridge doesn't have the capacity to store power itself in the first place. So the supreme source of power is what you have to connect, and you have to empower yourself. And when the daily charging happens, that is when you will be able to remain equanimous in any sort of situations. So, as I told you, equanimity is pronounced equanimity. Okay, a calm state of mind, which means that you do not become angry or upset, especially in difficult situations. Okay. Especially when challenges happens, you will be able to remain healthy. I'll give you some facts. This logo belongs to the National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, NIMHANS, okay, Bangalore. We have NIMHANS Bangalore, an institution, which is the apex center for mental health and neurosciences in the country. And according to Wikipedia, it is ranked 4th best medical institute of India for mental health and neurosciences. Okay, so look at their tagline. This is Samatum Yoga Uchyate. Samatum Yoga Uchyate. They use the tagline Samatum Yoga Uchyate, which is taken from the Bhagavad Gita. NIMHANS Bangalore. Okay. So this Samatum Yoga Uchyate is a shlok from the Bhagavad Gita, which says Yogastha Kuru Karmani Sangam Tyaktva Dhanajya Siddhya Siddhyo Samo Bhutva Samatum Yoga Uchyate. Okay, Samatum or equanimity, God has equated equanimity to yoga. Okay, you can't beat that. Equanimity in actions is yoga. We know a lot of yoga. We know Hatha Yoga, we know Raj Yoga. Raj Yoga is the best kind of yoga because you are connecting to the Supreme Soul. Okay, and you are realizing yourself. You are realizing the purpose, a real purpose of your life. Okay, so Bhagwan says, be steadfast in the performance of your duty, O Arjuna, abandoning attachment to success and failure. Again, the other shloka which I said, Sukha dukhe samik ritva labha labha jaya jaya tatho yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papam avapsasi. People think that Bhagavad Gita is a science of fighting, war and all. Bhagavad Gita is a science of yoga. Yoga Shastra, it's not Yuddha Shastra, it's Yoga Shastra. And who are we fighting with? Okay. In Bhagavad Gita, they say it is Kurukshetra and so many armies were there, so many people were there, so many Maharathis were there. No, Kurukshetra doesn't, have such a big a Maidan or a ground or a war place where so many people can come together and fight with each other, fight a physical war with each other. Okay. Because one Akshoni Sena, they say that there were lakhs of soldiers in that. I mean, there is no provision in Kurukshetra like that. Because this is not a Yuddha Shastra, it's Yoga Shastra. So what are we fighting with? Our own divinity is fighting with the vices inside. Okay, the Maya, what we call Maya, the 10 vices, which I just gave you the list. The Kamkro, Lovo, Ahankar, Ishwadesh, Chal, Bhai, and Alas. These are all present in the soul itself. Okay, and we have to fight it out. And even better than fighting it out, we have to keep ourselves safe. Okay, one is fighting your enemy. One is staying safe from your enemies. Okay, create a good wall around you, a thick wall around you. Okay, a killa, okay, a fort. Okay, you have to create that fort around you so that the enemies can't even touch you. They can't even see you. Okay, that is a better approach to deal with the enemy, right? Rather than fighting it out. But just in case, I mean, initially we'll have to fight it out because we don't have that much power to create such a big fortress or a fort for ourselves. And that is why this Yoga Shastra, or not the Yuddha Shastra, it is the Yoga Shastra that comes into picture. Because initially you'll have to fight it out, then create that fortress for yourself. So this is the same shloka which I told you. Sukha dukhe samik kritva labha labha jaya jaya tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papam avapsasi. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that Arjun, he got jittery, okay, and he started sweating and he started having shivering, and he went into depression and his bow and all fell. And that is when he approached Sri Krishna, which is not actually Sri Krishna, it is Bhagwan Shiva, okay, and told him that I am not able to fight anybody, okay, because anybody, I mean, whoever is standing in the opposition, they are either my friends, either my real relatives, or either, somebody known to me, a known person to me, and I am not able to fight them. Okay, so just imagine the Supreme Soul, okay, God, who is the ocean of love, ocean of knowledge, ocean of purity, ocean of virtues, ocean of powers, okay, and more importantly, ocean of love. Let's take ocean of love. And that ocean of love comes and tells Arjun, okay, kill all those people, you don't have to worry about it, you won't get any sin. Is that possible that an ocean of love, God, will come and teach his children, okay, kill everybody? No. God doesn't teach that. God says, because Arjun developed all the signs of depression because he had that foggy of attachment. He was thinking, okay, ye sab mera hai, like we think. Okay, who is there in my house? Ye sab mera hai. But ye sab mera nahi hai. Ye sab mere co-actors. These are all co-actors. Okay, like in the Zoom meeting, we are all participants. We are all having a discussion here. Okay, after the Zoom meeting, who are we? We are actors. Just like in the live Zoom meeting, we are actors. And when we have the consciousness of the body, that is when we think, okay, these are all mine. But these are all not mine. These are all just temporary arrangements. Okay, actors, co-actors. Okay, so fight it out initially and then build that focus around you. Again, Kabir जो है कबीरा says very famously, कबीरा खड़ा बाजार में मांगे सबकी खैर, ना काहू से दोस्ती ना काहू से बैर. ठीक है ना? Nobody is my friend, nobody is my enemy. Kabira is standing in the market. Okay, मांगे सबकी खैर. He wants just the good to happen to everybody. That is what will help you in being equanimous. Okay. That is Kabir. Because based on the story, I'll tell you the story. There was once a farmer, one person who had two daughters. One was married to a farmer and one was married to a brick maker. Okay. So once he visited the daughter who had married a brick maker, and she was very worried about the rains. Like it is June now, so we have slowly started having rains. She was worried about the rains because her husband's business is to make bricks, and if it rains and the fire will be extinguished and the bricks won't be there, so the business might go down. Okay, so she tells the father, please pray that the rains to go away because I don't want the business, my husband's business to come down. Next, the person visits his daughter, whose husband is a farmer, and she was very happy with the rains because my husband is a farmer. We have sowed very good quality seeds, and the rains has come. Please, Father, pray for rains, pray for good rains. Now, this person, he's in a dilemma. Okay, so should he pray for his the brick maker daughter or the farmer daughter? Because both are equal, right? Both are equal to him. Then he prays to God, okay, God, one of my daughters is married to a brick maker and one of my daughters is married to a farmer. And one wants rain, the other doesn't want rain. So whatever you think is good for me, you do that. आपको जो ठीक लगे वो ही आप करें. So this is equanimity. Because God, why can't we blame God for our misfortunes and sadness and happiness, whatever? Because for God, everybody is equal. Okay, and there is nobody in this world, no single person in this world who is 100%, who had 100% rate of success or 100% rate of failure. Some place or the other we have to succeed, some place or the other we have to fail. Both are equally important. So God doesn't take places. God can't take sides at all. Because even if a person is the worst kind of criminal, that is also an actor. That's also God's style, and he is playing his role. And that is because that person is doing something really heinous. And that is why the good people are being appreciated. So he has a role to play. So there's no point in hating a person who doesn't do things according to our wish and will. And there is no point loving that person who is doing everything according to our wish and will. Both these persons are doing just a role play. And they are playing their roles based on what they have given, what they have got from them. Okay. So that is where equanimity comes into picture. Even the worst kind of criminals shouldn't instigate or shouldn't, instigate that feeling of hatred inside you. Or the most adorable and lovable kind of person shouldn't, inspire you to love that person more or hate that other person. Both are equally important roles. They are just playing their roles. So we have this tendency, when we see somebody who's doing something really great, we appreciate them, we love them, we shower them with garlands and all. And if somebody is doing the opposite, we tend to deride them, disregard them, even curse them, and do whatever we like. Our choices kind of curses, and a lot of things. So this is not equanimity, because you are judging a role. Okay, a person's role. That person's is not a role. A person is a person. A soul is a soul, and the role is a role. Both are equally important. Okay. So, what can we do to attain the state of equanimity? We have to move towards the ultimate goal of life, that is God realization, and performing each activity without hankering or aversion from worldly duties. Hankering means Hankering means to, whatever is not attainable to us, we really, grind it out, right? So that is hankering. That shouldn't be there. And aversion also should not be there, because it is a role that we are playing. So we have to play our role very nicely. Okay. Winning and losing are just duality in life. So, like I told you earlier also, one said these are what is imposters. Bahurupiya hai. One pulls you down and one takes you very high. So don't allow success to take you high and don't allow any sorts of failure to pull you down. Okay. So let's stop the sharing here. I think I will take you on a walkthrough of meditation. Okay. Sit back and relax. And just share the screen for yourself. I hope the screen is visible. And Shanti. Focus on the self. Your real self. Brightly shining star in the middle of your forehead. I am a pure being. Purity is my personality. I am mentally, emotionally, spiritually independent. I, the soul, me, the energy, untouched by energies of people and external situations. I don't need anything from anyone. Whatever I need is provided to me by the Supreme Soul and the universe. I am an endless giver of knowledge, virtues, and spiritual power. God's power and blessings form a circle of protection around me. Always. I'm always safe and protected from external influences. I vibrate at the highest frequency, which matches God's frequency. Everything, every thought that I think, say, do, whatever I eat, whatever I drink, whatever I watch, whatever I listen to, is all sattvic. My mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being is my priority. I practice utmost equanimity in each and every thought, every word, and all actions. All my thoughts, words, and actions are verified by God. That is how I am God's chosen instrument. I am a pure, peaceful, powerful, divine soul. My aim in my life and my purpose in my life is to help all the souls realize their true self, realize who God is, and be able to express their full potentials for creating a better world, a divine world, full of love, full of peace, full of virtues and powers. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti. Thank you very much.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Thank you, sister, for this wonderful session. Now we'll start the question and answer session. So I will request all the participants to put their questions in the chat box. We'll wait for 2 minutes. And then Sister Rehna will answer this question. Any questions in your mind, you can put it in the chat box. This is for Sister Rehna.
Sister, can you be a little bit louder? I'm not able to listen to you.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
So Sister, now we'll start the question and answer session.
Okay.
2 minute time to the participants and then we'll begin.
So are there any questions?
If you are getting any questions, then
Okay, so everything. You don't have questions under two circumstances: when you have understood everything or when you have understood nothing. So whichever case it is, I hope you understood everything. So still, if you have any question or if you want to discuss anything, you can. If you want to share anything, if you want to share any feelings or any ideas you want to share with us, you are welcome, most welcome. It doesn't have to be a question, because as I told you, everybody knows everything. Just that they need the.
Sister Meena has some questions, so I will unmute her. Yeah, sister, can you unmute yourself? Meena Puri.
Meena Puri, I could see the raised hand, but I think she has not raised it.
Om
Yeah,
Shanti Didi.
Yeah, please
Om
proceed.
Shanti.
Didi, one question is that how to deal with the toxic people who is we are living with them, like day by day life we face that kind of people. Yes, yeah, we are in the mode of peace, but
Yes.
what to do with the people with the, you can say, I can say like my children and my spouse, and so how to deal with them. We cannot explain each and everything to them. We cannot उनको समझा नहीं सकते हैं. तो please guide कीजिए how to deal with that toxic people.
Okay.
And
I knew this question would come. That's why I told you. See, when you have a mango with you, when you have a bitter gourd with you, right? So how much of a bitter the bitter gourd is, Does the mango live its quality of being sweet? Mango is always sweet. Because we have this mango season here. So you are an enlightened person, right? You are an enlightened person. You know that the original quality of each soul is sweetness, is love, is purity, is happiness, is power, knowledge, and bliss. Okay, so you have to act as an instrument to inspire all those virtues from others. Okay, so when you stay in the awareness, okay, I'm a sweet person, I'm a sweet person, and all these person, you were talking about children, right? As I told you, your children are not your children. Your husband is not your husband, your mother is not your mother, your father is not your father. They are all co-actors. So when you are able to view them as your co-actors, okay, just forget that these are my children and they should, behave the way I want them to. No. They are co-actors. They have their own set of journey. They had their journey, which might have been more turbulent than yours. And that is why they are more bitter. So we can't blame them. Right? So you be the mango in the family and your sweetness will spread. But don't expect magic, okay? It is a slow process. Okay, it's a slow process. When you connect to God and when you are able to maintain that level of spirituality, that level of soul conscious and that soul consciousness and that level of sweetness, at least sweetness, okay, they are children, right? The children, their family members. For the safety purpose, you just think that they are all yours. Okay, but that is not the correct approach. I would say you have to have the awareness that they are co-actors, but you also have the awareness that I am responsible for them. Since I am the more enlightened person, I am responsible for inspiring them to be as sweet as I am. Because children these days, mainly children, they don't like to listen to things. Even if you scold them, children will tell you, "Arey, pyar se bolo na." They are not going to, they don't like to listen to people at all. They like to follow. So you be that, example for them. So you have to inspire all those things in them. Because even God says that the time has gone wherein we can guide children or people and they would listen. No. People want examples, real life examples. So you have to inspire them. So set that goal for yourself. Okay, I have to inspire this person. Okay, they are my family members. I have to inspire them. That way you will be able to achieve it. And that is the only way. Because, as I told you, preaching is not going to work anymore. They need examples. I hope I was able to answer your question.
Thank you, sister. There is one more question we have. The question is how to remain stable and act proactive rather reactive to unexpected situations where there is no fault from our side.
Yes. I told you in the beginning, when we fall sick, okay, a situation like when we fall sick, physically ill, or when we lose somebody in the family, a death happens in the family, or some natural disasters occur. These are not we think that these are all not, these things happens not because it's not our fault. Because we love to blame others. We love to blame our family members. We love to blame God. We love to blame the nature. But why are they this way? Why are you're made to experience all this? Because one is a, individual karma. One is collective consciousness. And that is because of the collective consciousness that the what do you say, the universe has deteriorated so much, right? So we have to take responsibility. When we take responsibility, okay, something is happening, somebody is behaving in a bad manner, or the nature is not behaving the way it should behave, or my body is undergoing some pain or some disease, or some calamity is happening, something is happening. Mera responsibility kya hai? What is my responsibility? Okay, so it It is when we start looking, or expecting things from the external world to be good. Okay, बाहर का सब कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, फिर मैं अच्छा हो जाऊंगा. That doesn't work actually. I have to be stable. Whatever the situation is outside, even if the worst kind of Ravan is coming and doing the worst kind of thing, which is not desirable at all, can I have good wishes for that person? Okay, this person is not in his original form, because every person, every soul is originally pure, originally peaceful, originally loveful, originally knowledgeful and divine. Okay, because something has happened in the world, and because of the law of entropy and the drama and whatever you call it, this person is not in his original stage now. He needs love, he needs support, and he needs power. Okay, can I give it to them? So when you have the awareness, when, even if you are doing some seva, you're doing some service to others, when the thought process is like, okay, I'm doing this, so I have to get some return out of this, it is not going to work. When you're doing some seva, you have to have that awareness that I have to give something. I'm a giver, I'm a continuous giver. Okay, so only when I have the awareness that I have to give this person something, even as I told you, even if it's the best person in the world or the worst person in the world, I have to give this person something. This person should receive something from me. Okay, you shift your awareness that way. So when you have that responsibility of a giver, okay, what can I give this person? Anybody, even if it is a small ant or a spider, anybody, what can I give this person or this organism? Okay, when you shift your awareness from a taker to a giver, you stop complaining. You automatically stop complaining. Okay, why this happening? Why this happening? Because your awareness is, what should I give this person to help him be a better person or a better organism? Okay. So that awareness and that responsibility when we take, then we don't have any complaints. We'll never expect anything from anybody. We don't have complaints. We just will be aware of, or we just will be focused on what we can do. मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ? जानकी दादी, you must have heard her many times. She always says, मैं कौन, मेरा कौन, मुझे क्या करना है? Think about it, मैं कौन, मेरा कौन, और मुझे क्या करना है? What am I supposed to do to change the situation? What I do, I mean, even that, for that, you shouldn't be taking any tension as to what to do. If you're not able to understand what to do, just give some good wishes. Shubh bhavana. God says, Shubh bhavana, kam se kam, Shubh bhavana rakho, ki iska बुद्धि का ताला खुल जाए, ये भी अच्छा हो जाए. So शुभ भावना, that it doesn't cost any money. It doesn't take any energy. It only takes one thought. Okay, इसका भी भला हो जाए. इतना तो हम कर सकते हैं. This much we can definitely do ना. So focus जो है उसमें जो awareness जो है हमारा responsibility, थोड़ा responsibility लेने का, then it will definitely work. Definitely work.
Thank you, sister. Another question we have, can you say more about the understanding of God's instrument?
God's instrument?
Yes.
Okay. So when will I become God's instrument? When will God use me? See, because there are many persons in the world. I'm fully aware and totally aware and 100% convinced that there are hundreds of persons, lakhs of persons. Who's a better person than me? Who's better looking? Who's better spiritual? Who's better talented? Who's better everything? But when will God use somebody for his service? When that person has 100% faith in God and has the awareness and is making effort to become like God. What does it mean to become like God? As I told you, even if the worst kind of Ravan or worst kind of criminal goes in front of God, okay, God doesn't create any judgment or criticism for him. He will look at that person as his pure original soul. This person is a soul. this soul is originally very pure. Okay, whatever he's not doing right or whatever he's doing is his role. He's playing his role. God will never curse that person. God will never criticize that person. God will never judge that person. Okay, so when you have that consciousness, okay, God is a parent, and every other person in this world is my soul brother. Okay, so because God loves everybody equally, I have to love everybody equally. Only when you're able to love everybody equally, irrespective of their caste, their creed, their religion, their gender, their financial status, their economic status, all those status shouldn't be visible to your eyes, even your physical eyes and your subtle eyes. It shouldn't be visible to you. The only thing that has to be visible to your physical eyes and subtle eyes is that person is a soul, originally very pure, my brother, my father, God's child. Okay, so when you have that behad ki, this is called behad ki buddhi. Okay, that unlimited intellect, when you develop your intellect in an unlimited way, to see each and every person as a point of light and energy and originally pure soul, then you become equal to God. And then God will use you as an instrument. Okay, that is based on my understanding and my experience. This is what I did, and this is why maybe God is using me. Okay.
We have another question. How to take care of the responsibility of the family? Are you responsible to take care of the family if we are not along with them?
Yes, if you are not along with them. Okay, so if you have a situation in your life wherein you are cut off from your family for some reason, any reason, you have to understand that you only had that much karmic account with them. Okay, as I told you, everything in your life is based on your destiny and free will. So you have the option. You can be with them or you can stay. Even if you're staying, see, even if a person is staying with their family, okay, or that person is staying away from the family, in any case, we can have good wishes for the family, because family means, for an enlightened person, family just doesn't mean the 4 people in your family, your mother, father, brother, sister, or your husband, children, mother-in-law, father-in-law. This is not family. This is a very small circle of family. For us, family means the world family, right? The world family. So when you are in a small family setup, or you are in a world family setup, you can have good wishes for them in any case, right? You don't have to see that person daily, on a daily basis, and interact with them on a daily basis to have good wishes for them. No, I can stay away from my family and have good wishes for them. Okay, they are having some problem. Okay, let God help them. God has helped me, so let me be instrumental in helping them. Let God enlighten them also, or at least let them realize their real self and the real purpose of their life and God, and improve their life and have a good destiny. Okay, this good wishes at least you can have now. But when you are dealing with them on a daily basis, then as I told you, the bitter gourd and the mango, even if they are the worst kind of bitter gourds, you maintain your sweetness. You be the mango and inspire them to be a mango. Because I told you, no matter of preaching, no amount of preaching is going to work if they are not willing and if they don't see that change in you. So be the example, lead by example, show them the example. Okay, you can be the sweetest person in the world in spite of the fact that I am a bitter god. Okay, so when they see that sweetness in you, that soul consciousness in you, that love in you, that spiritual love in you, not that attachment kind of love, that will only pull you down. That spiritual kind of love, when they experience that from you, they will automatically change. They don't have any other option than to change and be light. They would want to follow you. They would want to adore you and help you in whatever they want. Whatever you want, whatever way they can, they will definitely help you. You just have to inspire them rather than preaching and rather than giving them a lot of, I hope that helps.
We'll have one last questions, and if any more questions, please write to us at mail ID bbsritwing@gmail.com. The last question is how to increase the soul consciousness.
How to increase soul consciousness. As I told you, see, in Rajayoga meditation, we have to visualize ourselves as a soul, a point of light, and God in front of us. That is how we do in the sitting meditation, Rajayoga meditation. But when we are in interaction, daily interaction, when we are dealing with people, you can have family members, our colleagues, our friends, neighbors, when we're walking, when we're going for shopping, all those people, the people we meet on the street, a lot of people. If it is possible for you, to just look at them in the middle of the forehead and look at them and have a creative thought that, okay, this is so, okay, ye bhi atma hai. If you are able to do that, that is the best option. Having said that, you won't remember these things every time. Okay, you won't be, you must if you happen to meet your old friend or old school friend, you won't be looking at him, okay, this is a soul and playing the role of my friend or old friend. That you won't remember. That is why that shift has to come gradually. That is why I told you 4 things. Gradually shift your focus from this is my friend to this is a co-actor. Okay, I am an actor, he's also a co-actor. I am a player, he's a player. I am a traveler, he's a traveler. Okay, and I'm a guest in this world and he's also a guest in the world. So you can have either 4 of these options and then gradually shift your awareness from this actor, player, traveler, and guest to the attention or to the awareness that this person is a soul, point of light. That will come very gradually, but these 4 things, it really helps. Because mainly actor, because, as I told you, when you have the awareness of an actor, okay, you will have the awareness that others are also actors. And you more than that, you will have the awareness that I have to give my best shot to every role. I'll give you an example. Okay, this is my favorite example. Whenever I take a Rajayoga meditation course, I tell everybody. So somebody has joined who has attended my Rajayoga meditation course session, they might know. So I'll give you an example of an actor, say Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Okay, he plays a lot of roles in a lot of films. Suppose he is simultaneously shooting for 3 roles. Okay, in one he's a doctor, in another he's a farmer, and in another one he's a criminal. Okay, all 3 roles has to be played equally well. Otherwise, people won't accept him as a good actor. If he's playing only one role properly and other roles he's just careless about it, then he won't be considered as a good actor, right? So if we want to be established, if an actor has to be established as a good actor, he has to play all 3 roles equally well. Say, for example, something happened and Amitabh Bachchan lost his consciousness and he forgot that he's Amitabh Bachchan. He is in the consciousness that he's a criminal, one of the roles in one of the films. So what will happen to his personal life and the other roles? The other 2 roles, the doctor and the farmer role, will suffer. His personal life will also suffer because he is under the awareness that he is a criminal. His all activity will be based on that criminal mentality. So that constant awareness has to be there. Okay, I am an actor. All 3 roles I have to play well. But in our real life, we have many roles. As I told you, I'm a daughter, I'm a son, I'm a husband, I'm a wife, I'm a colleague, I'm a doctor, I'm an engineer, a software professional, I'm a Rajayoga meditation expert, whatever role. When I have the awareness I'm an actor, only then all acts will be good. Only then you will be able to give your 100% to all your acts. That is, based on my understanding. That is what I, personally experience and practice in my life, and that is how I'm able to play all the roles fairly well according to my capacity. Okay, so I just have to increase that level of consciousness. Yeah, I hope that helps.
Thank you, sister, for answering all the questions. And there is one announcement that we are having our national conference, Inner Technology National Conference, Residential Conference at our Brahma Kumaris headquarters, Mount Abu, from 2nd September to 6th September 2022. And all of you are invited for that program, and you have to register for that so that you can participate in that inner technology conference, which is going to held at Mount Abu, Rajasthan. And also one more request to all the participants, those who are yet to take the 7-day Raj Yoga meditation course, all our centers are open and you can visit the nearby center. You can get your nearby Brahma Kumaris Meditation Center address from our official website www.brahmakumaris.com, and you can visit the meditation center and get the 7-day basic course of Raj Yoga meditation. Thank you so much. Now over to Bandana sister.
Thank you, Sister Rehna. Thank you so much for this wonderful session. Thank you, and thank you, Sister Swapna, also for coordinating the question answer session beautifully. And now I welcome our dear Rajyogini Brahma Kumari, Sister Golab Didiji, in charge of Patia Center, to kindly give out the vote of thanks. Adaraniya Rajyogini Golab Didiji.
ओम शांति ओम शांति। तो आज का प्रोग्राम में सबसे पहले परम पिता परमात्मा को मैं तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करती हूँ। उसके बाद हमारा IT विंग के चेयरपर्सन परम आदरणीय राजयोगिनी ब्रह्मा कुमारी डॉक्टर निर्मला दीदी जी को मैं तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करती हूँ, जिनकी मार्गदर्शन में IT सेवाएं चल रही हैं। उसके बाद हमारा मधुबन के IT विंग कोऑर्डिनेटर राजयोगी ब्रह्मा कुमार यशवंत भाई जी को भी तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करती हूँ। तो उसके बाद हमारा भुवनेश्वर सबजन के मुख्य हमारे परम आदरणीय लीना दीदी जी को भी दिल से धन्यवाद, जिनकी शुभ भावना से तो IT सेवा चल रही है। तो उसके बाद विशेष तो आज हमारे वक्ता ब्रह्मा कुमारी रहना बहन, जो इतने समय देकर सुंदर तरीके से हम सभी को आज के टॉपिक पर समझाया, इसलिए परमात्मा के तरफ से, मेरी तरफ से और सभी भाई बहन के तरफ से बार बार दिल से धन्यवाद करती हूँ। आपको बहुत बहुत थैंक्स आज के प्रोग्राम में जिनका भी सहयोग रहा, उन सभी को बहुत बहुत थैंक्स। और आप सभी भाई बहन जो आज के इस प्रोग्राम में जुड़े, चाहे जूम के माध्यम से चाहे यूट्यूब के माध्यम से, आप सभी को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। थैंक यू। सभी को धन्यवाद करते हुए परमात्मा की याद में रहकर मैं अपने वोट ऑफ थैंक्स समाप्त करती हूँ। ओम शांति, ओम शांति।
Thank you so much, Golab Didi ji, and Rehna Behan को भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Now we shall meditate for a couple of minutes and thereafter end the session. Om Shanti.
झरनों से संगीत है झरता, झरनों से संगीत है झरता, पत्थर के टकराने से तूफान भी तोहफा बन जाता, तुमको मीत बनाने से प्रभु, तुमको मीत बनाने से। झरनों से संगीत है झरता, पत्थर के टकराने से तूफान भी तोहफा